What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are going over the resource camps, the rebels, and more importantly, the war orders or the war medals that you need in order to do the resource camp. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, this video is greatly appreciated. And this is going to be mainly for people who are in a new server, or not necessarily just a new server, because I think it's mostly for new players. When you join the game, you are going to get this little buff icon that's going to pop up here. And for 3 days, you're going to get like a boost in different things. You're going to have like an increase in your resource production. You are going to get an increase in your recruitment speed. You know, it's just a list of different things. The most important one, though, is you are going to get a reduction in the stamina cost. You will notice that it will cost 15 stamina. Now, the new player buff that you get, it will actually only cost you 8. So for those first 3 days that you start the game, you really need to take advantage of that. You need to drain the stamina on your heroes as much as possible. Always take advantage of that. Now, the purpose of the rebels, just to get XP for your heroes. That is it. You don't get resources from the rebels. You don't get anything else. It's literally just you trading stamina for hero XP. So all you do is you'll come in here, you'll do the search bar, you'll decide which level you want to attack, you'll click find, and then it'll pop up. The higher the level, the more XP you will get for your heroes. Now, another thing that's going to happen is when you first start the game off in a new server, the way to find the rebels is just going to be out in the open map. So let's go ahead and we'll do like an overview of the map. Like, this is called like the tile grid system right here, where you can see all the different tiles. When our server first started, we were in the northwestern clamor right here. So what we would do is we would click on one of these areas, and then it would show not only the resource camps, but it would also show the rebels. Now, once the rebels got cleared out, you cannot search the rebels anymore. So you'll see, like, if we click on any of these tiles, there is no way to search rebels, but there is when you first start the game. How do I attack rebels? Because they're no longer just like out in the open field. So you have to go into city view, which I am like right now. See how I'm like in my city to look around, and then you're going to search, and this is how you can go ahead and you can kind of farm rebels unlimitedly. Now, if you want to look out for resources, you're going to go ahead to the world map view. You're going to click the magnifying lens. I think I'm kind of in the way. Let me just move myself out of the way. That magnifying lens right there, this is your search for the rebels and to search for the resource camps. You're just going to click that, and then all of the different resource camps will show up. And you'll notice that depending on the picture, it will have different resources. So you can see that this one will give us wood, this one will give us stone. There's resource camps for all 4 different resources, but not all of them can be found on every tile. Also, the levels will be different depending on the tile you are searching on. So let's go back to our tile view. And you're going to notice these numbers on the tiles. You'll see like a 5, an 8, an 11, 14, 17. These numbers dictate the highest resource camp. So if we click on this 14, you will see that if we look at all of the different resource camps we have here, the highest one will be a 14. If we go to this one that shows a 17, the highest resource camp will be a 17. So we'll go ahead and we'll click go. Then we will search, and you'll see we got some 16s, 17s. All you want to do is you always want to attack the highest resource camp that you can. One of the biggest things that you are going to find out in this game is the fact that you are going to really hit a bottleneck when it comes to resources. You cannot buy them. There is really no way to get them except from just playing the game and doing these various tasks in the game to acquire them. So, you know, some people don't like it, but I personally do like it. It makes the game a bit slower, but it's definitely, you know, it's very fun and it makes it more enjoyable. Now, the next problem you're going to face is the fact that these resource camps, they don't use stamina like attacking the rebels to get XP for your heroes. You're going to need these medals. They're called war orders, or what people refer to them as war medals. If we scroll down to where it says getting war medals, from the second day after the server opens every day at 5, 3 points of war orders will be automatically recovered. The maximum you can have is a total of 10 at once. So you'll see currently we have 4 out of 10. In 11 hours and 28 minutes, we will get 3 more. It's really like that's the only way to get these war medals. There is no like specific way to like play the game and like do tasks and stuff. If we go to our daily top-up packs, The first one, top up 60 gems today, you can go ahead and you can actually get a war medal. Like, this is the only way to get them, aside from just kind of waiting until they refresh automatically. Now, to take it a step further, if you do successfully attack one of these resource camps, you are going to get a supply wagon. So you'll see it says right here, possible reward. You can activate a supply wagon after a successful crusade. So you can get some additional resources. You can go ahead and you can get these civilization decorations. You can get one of these random blue equipment materials. Now, you have to protect your supply wagon if it's just like out in the open. But if you kind of control the area, you don't have to worry about it because the enemies can't go ahead and like loot you. On the flip side is you can actually loot other people's supply wagons. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go back to the overview of the map, and we are going to click on the little supply wagon in the left corner. And this will show you all of the different supply wagons that are currently going on in the game. The green ones are from people in my alliance, so you can't really do anything with that. I mean, we could kind of like protect them if we wanted to help them. Like, say somebody was going to attack this guy's supply crate, you know, we could go over and then intercept the enemy and help protect it. But otherwise, it just shows you that, you know, these are what's going on, and that's it. You don't really have any, this doesn't really have any effect on you personally. My alliance kind of dominated this area, and there's like nothing going on anymore. Oh, here we go. Here's a red one. Oh, here's some red ones down here. So the red ones are from another alliance, and we can go ahead and we can kind of like intercept or attack these ones. So all you're going to do is you're going to click on the tile. So we'll go for this one right here. We're going to click go. And now we kind of have to like look for it in this area. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm just kind of briefly like skim the area, and you're just kind of looking for that like red wagon icon. And that is what you want to attack. All right, so here we go. Here's the red wagon. So this is their supply. It says command center under protection. So if we click here, you'll see you have found a heavy truck. After a successful crusade against a resource camp, some resources need to be transported back. We can go ahead and we can intercept this and attack it. So we're going to click this, we're going to click attack, and then you would just basically go ahead and you would send your troops and you would just attack it, and then you kind of steal their resources and they don't get those resources. However, like I said, you have to be careful because certain areas are kind of protected and the game doesn't let you know that. Like, you can go ahead and you can waste like your army march and send them out there and waste your time too, and it won't tell you until your troops get there. And then once your troops try to engage in battle, it may say something like, oh, this area is protected or something like that, and your troops can't even attack them. So that's one thing I hope that they fix for the game, like for the near future, for like global launch, is like you shouldn't be able to initiate this if it's protected, because it just sucks that you kind of like go attack, and like if you don't understand how the game works and you just try and steal all these, and you don't understand that like if it's a protected area, you can't go in and steal it, then you're just kind of wasting a lot of your marches and your time, and then your troops just sit there. So like if they can't attack it because they're under protection, they're just going to sit there and they won't even move or do anything. And you're just going to have a march just sitting around. So that's one thing they definitely need to change. Make it so that if you cannot attack it because it's a protected area, then you shouldn't even have this icon. It should just show up and say it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the night owl market. So when you go ahead and you attack and try and steal someone else's loot, you're going to get these emblems. You're going to use these emblems to buy different resources. You have this one that'll give you various amounts of resources. Now, as you collect black cards, you can go ahead and you can upgrade your owl market, and all it does is kind of like increase the amount of resources you can get from these chests. Currently, my night owl supply convoy level is at 4. Once I get this to 5, when I buy these chests, I will actually get more resources. You also get one of these daily rewards, and it gives you about enough coins to buy one of these epic resource chests. That's the other main way to get resources aside from doing the resource camps. Go ahead and attack other people's supply wagons to get these coins to buy these chests. And that is it for today, folks. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. I'll see y'all there. Peace.